Hello everyone, welcome back to Nasedyanka, the channel where I talk about Bulgarian history, culture and faith. This is episode 12, subcategory C, as I had promised and endeavored to talk about modernism and its different forms and shapes. And in this particular video today, I will talk to you about the Seminary Saint Vladimir of New York. In particular, I have found an article which I translated from the Bulgarian language in English, of course. As I've mentioned before, this is my goal here to share information from Bulgarian into English. This article was written on May 23rd, 2013, published on that date by Filip Bakardziev, who is Bulgarian, and it's published in one of the Orthodox Christian websites in Bulgaria. The resources, as normal, I include in the comment section, so please feel free to refer to those out there. So the Seminary Saint Vladimir is located in New York, USA. It is the second oldest modernist Orthodox, quote-unquote, educational institution after the Paris Theological Institute Saint Sergius, whose ideas the American Seminary is a direct spiritual receiver of. Stay tuned for my next video, because that's where I will talk to you guys about what the Paris Theological Institute Saint Sergius is. Coming back to our topic here, the Seminary Saint Vlad, or Saint Vladimir of New York, was founded in 1938 thanks to Dr. Basil Benson, who during the 6th All-American Church Council in 1937 insisted on the opening of such an educational institution. He was of the opinion that, along with theology, future Orthodox priests in the United States should receive the same liberal college education that the representatives of both non-Orthodox clergy and other religions in the country received. From its establishment to the present day, the seminary has been under the jurisdiction of the renewalist American Autocephalous Church, the Orthodox Church in America, or the OCA. In 1966, the seminary became a member of the Association of Theological Schools in the United States of America and Canada, which includes over 200 non-Christian seminaries and universities. St. Vladimir Seminary received full accreditation in 1973, and since then the institution has offered a variety of majors, ranging from a general master's degree in theology to a 3-year program of preparation for ministry in the church, as well as doctoral degrees. The seminary is known for the fact that after World War II, it became the most active promoter of the modernist Paris theology on American soil, as well as of the accompanying ecumenical activity. Among the names of the former deans of the educational institution, those of one of the biggest ideologies of modernism, renovationism, and ecumenism in the 20th century stand out, such as Archbishop Ioan Shachovsky, dean from 1947 through 1950, Protopresbyter Georgi Florovsky, 1950 through 1955, Protopresbyter Alexander Shmeman, 1962 through 1983, and Protopresbyter Ioan Miendorf, 1984 through 1992. From 1992 through 2002, this position was held by the modernist theologian Protopresbyter Thomas Hopko, and its current, at least as of 2013, Dean, Father John Baer, a student of the famous modernist and ecumenical figure Metropolitan Callistus Ware. The modernist Nikolai Losky, philosopher, intuitive, and psychologist, was also a lecturer there. The educational institution also has a publishing house which, along with a wide variety of literature, still publishes and distributes among English-speaking readers the works not only of the already mentioned modernist authors, but also of others, such as Metropolitan Ioan Zizoulas, Metropolitan Hilarion Alfeev, the Orthodox feminist Elizabeth Siegel, or Sigel, if you would say her name in English, Christos Yanaras, Archimandrite Sofroni Sakharov, and Vladimir Losky, and others. So, I've said this before and I'll say it again. You guys have heads on your shoulders. You can draw your personal conclusions. My intention here is to translate and make available the information from the Bulgarian sources to y'all, mainly because I noticed that many of those resources are not only not translated, they're not available in the Western world. And again, I did have a priest monk, Father Vissarion, in 2016, who gave me a blessing, and he asked me to share that kind of information. And so here I am sharing it, I am making it available. The biggest issue with mixing different faiths and presenting orthodoxy under false terminology and under forms and shapes that do not go hand in hand with the Orthodox tradition and canons is that ultimately it deceives people. So you end up seeing people from different faiths, people who probably do not espouse that particular faith, but they enter the church and they end up believing that they are on the right path because they have been presented wrong information. And come to understand, all of a sudden, they haven't even been in the right Orthodox path. I think that this is a grave mistake. This is very serious. Too many laity people end up being deceived, lied to, and ultimately that creates victims. So I will continue to spread this information. If you are not interested in this topic, that's fine. I respect you. If you are interested, stay tuned, because episode 12 with all of its A through I subcategories will not be my only time when I will share information of this sort, because these resources are too many. It's actually overwhelming for me to gather the information, put it all together, and translate and make it in a succinct enough manner, in addition to my full-time job. But I feel like I have postponed this calling and this blessing for this mission for the longest time. And finally, I've decided to just take the risk and go and share with you guys. But you all can structure your timing however it suits you, however it works for you. My hope is that you know the truth. Know what specifically the Orthodox tradition is. If you're interested in other religions, know what they specifically teach. But again, to mix things that are not realistically not original and still call them by a false terminology, that sounds very crooked to me and very wrong. So with this, I'll let you ponder tonight. I hope that this finds you well, and please stay tuned, because our next episode, episode 12, subcategory G, will focus on what the Paris Theological Institute is. And yes, this still falls under this episode 12's category of modernism. What is modern? What is modernism? Thank you guys, and I hope you have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.